Hey YouTube, welcome on into a new video. Today we're doing another DC Universe video with a bunch of characters again. So this is Firestorm, and this is the CW Firestorm. Also, I'm not sure if you could get this Firestorm in a CMF series or a Lego set. I'm not really sure, I don't remember. But I got this one offline. So you could do it as well. Anyways, so he has the dready hair with white eyes, serious face, and then the Firestorm thing on his chest, and then really cool printing on his pants, some printing on his arm, no printing on his legs, no printing on the back of him, but he has some printing on the back right here into his belt, and that's about it. And then he has a little bit printing again on his arm, no printing on his pants. And then let's see if he has another without taking his hat off. And yes, he does. He has another expression. It's just a serious look with his wide eyes again. And that's it for Firestorm. All right. Our next figure is Atom. I got him offline. And if I bring him a little closer, you can actually see his Atom symbols on his head a little bit. And then his belt. And then he came with a blue face, a blue helmet, kind of like a face, kind of look like Captain America, and then just plain old red arms on this side, and no printing on the side at all, no printing on the side at all again. And then he has some cool printing on his chest, into his belt, all into his belt, and then some printing into his pants. And then turning around, he has no printing on his pants, but he has a little bit printing on the back of him right there. And then that is it for Atom. Our next character is Banshee. I got her offline. So going over the character, she has this cool skeleton look face, and then she has some cool printing on the front of her going down to her belt into her pants. And then she has some printing on her arms, but no printing underneath or under her the side of her on the pants. And then no more printing on the pants again, but she has a little bit printing on the back of right there. And then she has a little bit more printing on the arm again, and no more printing on the side after that. And that is it for Banshee. Our next figure is Kid Flash. I got him offline. He came with these red lightning strikes things. Anyways, he came with orange hair, the yellow face. This is basically the cartoon version of Kid Flash, comic book version. Way faster than the Flash himself version. But anyways, so the Flash symbol on the chest goes, the printing goes into his belt, into his pants, printing into his shoes. No printing on the side. And then no printing on the pants. A little bit printing on the back of him right there. No other expression. And then no printing at all on the side again. And as I said, I got him offline, and that's it for this character. Our next figure is another Lantern, purple Lantern. I don't really know much about this character, but I got her offline with a bunch of other lanterns, as you've seen in other videos. She came with this lantern ring with this snake scepter, and then she has like a mohawk thing that Valkyrie uses in other Lego sets. But anyways, so she has the Lantern logo on the front of her, on her shirt, shows her belly button, and then she has a little bit anywhere with her skin exposed, with her skin right there on the side, and a little bit printing on her arm right there. Then no printing underneath, but she has a little bit printing on her butt area, and then she has a little printing on the back of her back. And no other expression, a little bit more printing on the arm, and no more printing down the side. And that is it for this character. Continuing that cartoon stuff. Anyways, characters. We got Superboy with nice black hair. No printing on the back of him. No printing on the sides. No printing on the side either. I got him offline also. And then he only has that mean face. And then he has the Superman symbol on this side and then on the front, and then printing all the way down to his belt, into his pants. No printing on the shoes though. And then he did not come with the Superboy face on the backside, just the regular mean face right there. So if I wanted to, I could probably trade out Superman's regular heat vision eyes, and then he'd be a little bit more accurate. But that is it for Superboy. Our next figure is just a funny character that came in a Lego set for the Batman movie, which is the mayor of Gotham. And this is where Batman like pops off her head and becomes like Batman-ish. Anyways, so spoiler alert if you have not seen that movie. But anyways, she has that cool, unique blonde hair that I haven't seen like ever except for on this figure. Then she has no printing on the sides, no printing on the back of her except for her back right there, no printing on the side right there, and then no printing on the pants right there. But she has a little bit printing on her front right there with that word face. And then I think, yes, she does have another expression, which is a happy face and a worried face. And that is it for the mayor of Gotham. Now I got the Wonder Twins powers activate, form of a water bucket. I don't remember their names, but I just know they're the Wonder Twins. You could actually get these guys in the CMF series Legos. They have the elf ears hair with the really cool, and then their unique purple and dark purple suits, and then he has the bucket, and then they have printing on the side of their arms, and then no printing on down the side except for their shoes, and then their printing goes all the way from their chest down into, there's no printing on the belts though, but it goes down into the pants on the same thing. And then, as I said, they have their printing all the way around their boots, but no printing on the belts, but they have basically same printing on the back of them. And then they have those cool expressions. And then I'm not sure if they actually have any other expressions on the back of them, and they don't. So if he doesn't, she doesn't. But that's the Wonder Twins. Our next character is Hugo Strange. I think you could get him in a Lego CMF series, but I got him offline way before the CMF series even came out. But anyways, continuing. He's bald with these cool glasses on, and then he has a cool beard, that like chiseled beard, and then it says Arkham right there on the chest right there with his little nameplate, and then the doctor looking shirt that goes into his pants and into his belt into his pants. Then he came with the needle, and then no printing on the sides, no printing on the pants, a little bit printing on the belt, but he has some more printing on the back of him right there. No extra expression on the other side, because that would be weird because he's bald and then it'd be on the other side. But anyways, and then no more printing on the side right there, but this is Hugo Strange. Continuing on. All right, this is a different Zoom suit that I got offline, also with the pack of speedsters that I got, that I did not show yet, but has the black helmet with the red lightning strikes on the helmet. No printing on the sides of them, no printing on the back on the pants, but a little bit printing on the back right there, and then no more printing on the side again. And he came with these lightning blaster things, and then he just has a purple head right under it, so no expression, no nothing, just a purple head. And then his Zoom logo on the front of his chest, and just black pants. And that is it for this Zoom character. All right, this is a custom made Mad Hatter that I made, which has the parts of a few different characters, which is the hat from the Penguin, the head of the mole man guy from the Incredibles Lego sets, and then just Batman's ordinary bow tie with Daphne's shirt with just blue pants and no printing down the sides, no printing on the back, except for Daphne had a printing on the back of her back, and then no printings down the side again. And then I did the mole man guy's face because it came with like the nose squishy and the buck teeth and that kind of expression. And I thought it was perfect for Jarvis Tetch. And that is it for my Mad Hatter. I really wish they would make a real Mad Hatter. Our next character is Boomerang, and you could get him, I think, in a CMF series. I'm not really sure, maybe a Lego set. But anyways, he came with these Boomerang weapons and a cool Boomerang hoodie. I'm not a hoodie, beanie. But he has no printing on the sides at all on him. No, he has a little bit printing on the pants right there into his belt, but really cool, really well done printing on the front of him right there with his mean looking face, and then no printing on the pants right here, but a little bit printing just like a line and just the little top right there for printing on the back of him right there. And I'm not sure if he has another expression. He does not. And that is it for Boomerang. All right, this is Mr. Terrific from, you could also do basically from the new Superman movie, but I actually got him offline about 4 years ago. He is not a real Lego. But anyways, continuing. He has that cool Mr. Terrific looking face, that mean face, and then his jacket and pants look really cool. The printing, and then it says fair play on this side, fair play on this side, and then it says terrific on the back of him right there. And then no printing in the back on his pants, no printing down his body except for his arms. And then, as I said, he has some printing from his jacket into his belt, into his pants. And then he has that cool hair. And then, I'm not sure if he has any other expressions. He does, actually. It's a nice, happy face, and then that mean face on the side. And that is it for Mr. Terrific. Our next character is a CMF series Stargirl. I'm pretty sure she's a CMF series. I'm not sure. You could correct me. Anyways, I got her on offline, so that's why I don't remember. Anyways, so she came with that nice blonde hair, the Captain America type of face, but girl face, and then the Captain America looking Stargirl emblem on her chest, and then no printing on the belt, but it has a little bit printing in the pants right there. I mean, yeah, the pants, a little bit printing in the arm, no printing down the side, except for her printing goes all the way around and then into the back side of her pants. A little bit printing in the back, and then a little bit printing on the arm right there. And then I'm not sure if she has another expression if her head doesn't pop off. And she does have another expression. It's that happy face on this side and angry what the heck look on this side. And that's what the back looks like without the hair. And that's it for Stargirl. Our last character in this video is Zod. Superman bad guy. You could get him in a CMF series. I know that. He came with a little newspaper that says something about Zod. I don't remember. But anyways, I don't know where it is. But anyways, he has that cool slick black hair with the goatee, frowny face, and then he looks like his robe goes all the way down to his belt into his pants right there. And then just the arm printing, no more printing up the side. And then he has that Zod logo on the back of him. And then no printing on the pants. And then no more printing on the side of him except for his arm again. And then this is a different face for his laser eyes, without laser eyes, without. And that is it for Zod, this character, and this video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.